Hi, I'm Symphoneers, and today we're taking a look at Mono Blue Tempo, or like Double Spell in OTJ Standard. So this list is very much built around some new threats that this type of deck got in Duelist of the Mind and Razzle Dazzler. Both of them just evasive threats that can actually get kind of surprisingly big. And yeah, just double spelling, protecting them with things like Slip Out the Back, as well as the phasing effect from a Spectral Adversary, and yeah, just trying to murder our opponents that way. Backing that stuff up, we have Ledger Shredder, just another good double spell threat from New Capenna, and that kind of threat package does a lot of work. We're also running Elusive Otter in the list, just as a one-drop threat that can sneak past a surprising number of creatures, especially if you are growing it with 1/1 counters from like Prophet's Eidetic Memory, the trigger there, or even just Slip Out the Back counters. Yeah, it's surprisingly solid or slippery. We are also running a full playset of Deduces. This is just a nice kind of cheap card draw effect that can give us some kind of bulk card draw without having to step up to like 3-4 mana type of range. We want to keep things cheap, keep things efficient and flexible. So yeah, that's why we're running Deduce. Also in the one-drop slot, we have a full playset of Considers, again, just to help with like double spelling, getting cards in hand, fishing for protection effects or bounce, and so on. We are running a full playset of Fading Hopes. This is our primary way to interact with very fast decks like Mono Red, Boros, etc. Bounce their Slick Shot Show Off as they target it with an Ancestral Rage or whatever, and it feels good. It's pretty solid. We do have 2 Sleight of Hands in the list, just because of card counts and stuff. It is very similar to Consider in terms of what it does for the deck. The one thing to note with this is that it is not technically draw, which is mostly relevant for Prophet's Eidetic Memory, but yeah, aside from that, we're just happy to play another efficient cantrip that can help us double spell and so on. Mana base is super simple, 19 Islands Odawara. You could maybe get it a little bit fancier or do like low-cost splashes for the Otters, Grove's Bounty or whatever, but I don't know, I just wanted to keep it simple. I hate having games where I like lose them because I shoot myself in the foot and like have a green source that ETB is tapped and yada yada yada. But yeah, that is more or less the deck. If you like the deck tech and like the video and all that, like subscribe, etc. helps the channel a lot. Also consider joining the Discord, following me on Twitch, supporting on Patreon, doing other things linked in the description below. Thanks. With all that rambling out of the way, let's get on to some actual gameplay. Wish we hit the Otter, or had the Otter on turn 1, but we're here now. Duelist of the Mind, green-white for the opponent. We can play a land, do Prophet's Eidetic Memory, hold up a Slip or Fading Hope to protect the Duelist? They could be running spot removal. 2 slips, okay. Opponent, would you like to kill my Duelist? We get a counter on the Duelist of the Mind off of the Prophets. Hit the opponent for 3. Yeah. We do have the 2 Fading Hopes too, which is part of why I'm comfortable opting into this play pattern. Calyx, sure, okay. Cause this gives us information and stuff. Drop one of the Fading Hopes. Consider's okay. I like Otter, Consider, hold up a Slip or Fading Hope again. Sure? Sure. Just punch in with the Duelist. This does weirdly incentivize us to double spell on our turns, like Razzle Dazzler than Fading Hope. Which is maybe bad if we don't draw... Okay, this is fine then. They try to ossify our Duelist of the Mind. We do not let that happen. We slip it. Land. Cool and good. So we can do this. Then Razzle Dazzle. Fading Hope the Kami. The stuff happens. Draw a card. Toss one of the slips. Yeah, I don't know, sure. We probably actually need or want, like, card draw at this point. Or, like, that would be a bit stronger for us, but I don't think we need to be that picky about it. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. They have another ossification? Okay. That's actually, yeah, keeping the Ledger Shredder top here is actually quite awkward then. Or no, I said that. We have two things, so even though we don't have evasive on stuff, we can just... Also, the draw on... Right. Math is hard sometimes. We just vroom vroom. Should have just attacked with the Duelist, I guess, so they couldn't block, but... we do a smash, and they die. Our opponent, done salt roping us, finally dies. Good games to the opponent. Seems okay. Otter into a Didic Memory is kind of neat. We could try to get a creature down, like a 2-drop creature before we do that to maybe help just get additional draw and stuff happening. Spectral Adversary. I'd like to try to hit a land, I think. Because that might help with stuff. Otter them for 3. Me just spinning my anxiety ring, being like, "Game's fine, right? We're due a win at some point today." I wish we had something other than the stuff that we have. In particular, just like a Fading Hope or something for stuff would be nice. Deduce, try to grab. We hit a land, so that's, even though the sequencing is annoying and bad, that's something. I was tempted to hold the Otter back on blocks for a second, but I think we're just trying to race them, maybe? Back on blocks, because then that just stems the bleeding, as it were, from Deeproot Pilgrimage and them making Merfolk tokens every turn. But they're already at 13, and the Otter can bypass pretty much any creature they're likely to play, especially if we get, like, prowess triggers or whatever. Deep Fathom Echo, Just raw cast the Echo, Fading Hope on top. That's awkward, although it's good that we know that that's incoming. They just do the... Copying the Hexproof Merfolk's vaguely interesting. Right, Deep Fathom Echo is big, which is not ideal for us. So we can double spell, but that doesn't actually help with clocking them this turn. Why don't we do Ledger Shredder Duelist of the Mind? Drop other Ledger Shredder feels a bit bad, or I guess, sorry, Razzle Dazzler is the net lower impact creature. Yeah, we don't get to hold up a slip like this, which is a bit unfortunate. Actually, maybe I'm supposed to put the Adidic memory counter on, like, the Duelist or something. Thought is we take, like, a bad hit this turn, but we can be pretty threatening on the crackback, especially with the Duelist. Hexcatcher is awkward. Resolving stuff is going to get annoying. And they copy it with the Deep Fathom Echo. Okay. They have another Hexcatcher in hand? Oh, that's really bad for us. Oh, okay. I say that just because that's the only way that attack makes sense to me, and they opt not to do it, which I'm not sure how to feel about. So everything can go vroom vroom. So we would like to Ledger Shredder. Is it Ledger Shredder Duelist? Slip something? Double Connive. Toss Razzle Dazzler. Toss a Spectral Adversary. We've drawn 2. We can get another draw off of Duelist. Consider also draws a card. Sorry, we have 2 Duelists down, so criming the Hexcatcher. Whenever you commit a crime, that's awkward. Sorry, so committing resolves on targeting. Which is maybe cool and helpful. Toss a consider, I guess? I don't know. I was kind of thinking that was a connive trigger for a second. But we're here now. So sorry, we do all this. Their best move here is to bounce the Duelist, which would leave us dead on blocks. They opt to bounce the Ledger Shredder, so we're not out of the game yet. They go to 2. Oh, sorry, we're dead on stuff anyway, because, right. I forgot that we phased out the Hexcatcher. I will take this hand. Just Otter on 1 and then, like, the Deuce and stuff. We don't have a lot of ability to protect things or whatever, but it's fine. We do at least work at instant speed, which is kind of nice. If we're versus mono blue, again, I've been getting a lot of mono blue today, and I don't know why. It's very annoying to me, but yeah. I'd say being on the mono blue deck, oh, Otherworldly Gaze, so this is combo of some kind. Jin, get lost. So is Azorius control combo? Tempo? Something? They recommission a Jin? Okay. Trying to decide if I care about that. I think we deduce here. Like, we can Fading Hope it next turn. They're tapped out. We hit a land, so that's nice. Sleight of Hand is sorcery speed, and I think I would like to do that. Prophet's Adidic Memory is also not the worst. I think I'm okay with this, because we'll get 2 counters off of Profts. And that will... Sorry, creatures with less than power... Whoops. Oh, right, sorry, Slight. Oh, I should have done the Consider, I guess. Slight puts cards into hand, it doesn't draw them, so it's an awkward, like, not fully non-bow, but yeah, it's not great. Um... They should not be playing this deck like that. Or like they're just tapping out so they can't protect or even like threaten to protect stuff. I'm gonna do this because that seems relevant. Yeah, this happens. We consider get that land into hand because we do actually kind of want to hit like 4 mana. And then just Duelist to set up for, like, criming them with Spectral Adversary or something. Gonna keep putting counters on the Otter because it's going to become difficult for them to block it. They did show us removal. And yeah, we are certainly considering, like, holding up the Spectral Adversary. They had another Djinn there? Okay. Yeah, we can Spectral a Djinn. That will give us Otter, like a good Otter attack. And some counters off of Proft, or a counter off of Proft. Other options we have here are like Deduce to just card draw. I don't know. I'm down to crime them, I think. I feel very weird casting a Spectral Adversary at, sorcery speed, but we're here now. Toss the backup Profts, I guess. Don't hate putting a counter on the Duelist of the Mind, just because then attacks with the Djinns get kind of weird. Like, we can threaten to trade with one of them. They have shown us some removal, so double blocking is potentially risky. If they, like, get lost one of them or whatever, but... yeah. I don't know. Otherworldly Gaze happens. This is the Mentor deck, isn't it? The Monastery Mentor deck, like you self-mill stuff and then recommission the Mentor. But they've hit the Djinns instead of the Mentors. We have, like, reasonably good odds of killing them if they do an aggressive attack here, which is something, although the Djinns are getting big enough that we have to respect the fact that the two of them can probably kill us. So we are supposed to throw, like, something under them. I think this is the move. I mean, we could block the Prankster or whatever, but... yeah, they could have milled a bunch of cards to get one of those up. So... Deduce, Spectral Adversary, crime them. We would really like to draw a land and to hit 6 mana, kind of weirdly. This might be workable. Oh, this is workable, right? Because, yeah, we Duelist, and then we slip one of these. Take action. Discard another Duelist of the Mind. Take action, discard Spectral Adversary, I guess. Put 3 counters on the Elusive Otter, attack with the Elusive Otter, and we kill them! Yay! Oh, we just barely get there, thanks to the Otter's evasion. Good games to the opponent. I think I like this hand. Just, like, consider on 1, have a Ledger Shredder on... maybe on 2. We might actually just want to Deduce on turn 2. So that we can play out the Ledger Shredder on 3 mana and have, like, protection up. I'll take a island here. Green-black. So yeah, we definitely would like to play out the Ledger Shredder with protection. Get another island. We're probably pretty comfortable getting up to 4 mana here, like at least 4 mana. Have not actually gotten a lot of reps on this deck since putting in the deduces, but I think the idea with running these is that it gives us some ability to... sorry, we slipped the Ledger Shredder here to insulate against the Edict. But yeah, they give us some ability to just lean into raw card advantage. And we Ledger Shredder, Sleight of Hand, get a double Connive trigger, filter away that land, filter away that land. Probably put a Slip into hand, honestly, with 2 Ledger Shredders down. The Duelist of the Mind is useful, but I think the main thing we fold to here is just, like, them killing our threats before... yeah. And just that being an issue for us. Let's deduce. Deduce, consider... yeah. And we will keep in mind that... okay, more land. Getting all of our land draws out of the way, apparently. I don't hate Tuck of Fading Hope. I'll take a deduce here. Do this. It leaves our Ledger Shredders a bit vulnerable, which is not ideal, but we have a replacement creature or like another threat in the form of Spectral Adversary, which can give us big, weird tempo swings, and I like that. Then we have the deduce here too. Are they gonna goof? They're just doing that for life gain, I guess? Okay, we'll deduce. 2 Spectral Adversaries. Very good. Oh, and a slip. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Also, don't do this. The Discover lands are not worth playing this much tapped mana. Anyway. Do they have more removal? Okay. They don't do the thing. Or we will slip a Ledger Shredder. I suppose it's worth it to... keep the other Ledger Shredder up. Just because we get to do this, if nothing else. Toss the Razzle Dazzler, auto pay. So yeah, we get a slightly bigger threat. Or we keep that stuff live. Let's crack Clue here. Duelist of the Mind. Duelist Fading Hope. Sorry, I'm looking at if we can't produce lethal here, huh? If we had like Prophetic Memory, we would be able to, but no dice. Yeah, the thing I'm looking at here is just... I do kind of wish we had land there, weirdly. I say after filtering away a ton of lands. Oh, okay, they just scoop. I'll take it. Yeah, we're able to just protect our threats. This is why I place such an emphasis on like having slip out the backs up or whatever, because we get to just invalidate several cards with our protection. And yeah, that lets us clock them and do a murder. Good games to the opponent. This hand is reasonable. Kind of wish we had better protection for our creatures than Fading Hope, but this is fine. Phoenix Chick, huh? We'll take the 1 here. My turn. Land a Ledger Shredder, because it can discourage a Phoenix Chick attack. I don't love playing out the Ledger Shredder here because I would prefer... Okay, we do not take this. Ooh, they're foretelling a Slick Shot. Okay. Good news for us is that they're going to trigger the Ledger Shredder Connive, almost certainly. I think I'd like to get a Prophetic Memory in hand, because Or down, rather, because that lets us get a counter on the Ledger Shredder, make it a better blocker. No attacks. Hold up the Fading Hope. They double spell to get the Slick Shot down and swinging. But we can bounce it before... Okay. I guess we should let this happen. Toss Otawara. The Forge is really slow. So I'm reasonably happy to see that. Don't think they're... Do they just figure... No, okay. Just wondering if we should Fading Hope the Slick Shot anyway. Let's resolve this. Yeah, not needing to do the 1-mana stuff there's... feels weird. Razzle Dazzler, Otter, get the double spell triggers on the Ledger Shredder and Razzle Dazzle. Counter on, I guess, just the Ledger Shredder. We do the... I was just bullying the Forge a little bit because it's kind of slow. We do need to start actually attacking them and trying to win the game. Double spell again? Double spell, come on, as a treat. Pass to blockers. I think I'm okay with this. We'll see what they do exactly. Would you like to cast a spell? No, okay. It's weird. Duelist of the Mind. Fading Hope the Slick Shot at sorcery speed, which is awkward, but it gives us just so many triggers and like so much pressure this turn that I think it's worthwhile. I would like to draw a card, discard the land here. I thought it was a connive trigger for a second, and discarding the permanent is good there. But no, we save the permanent discard for the Ledger Shredder trigger. Do this. Deduce would be useful here. So yeah, I'd like to do this. We have a Proft trigger, or a Didic Memory trigger on... I don't think it super duper matters. Let's do it on the Otter, maybe? They are really not applying pressure with their spells, which I will take. I'll slip the Otter. We could play scared or like let them get the Otter there. But I figure let them get the Otter there, save the slip for like slipping out the Slick Shot. And say if they have like Slick Shot, Demonic Ruckus, Monstrous Rage, that would be a really big scary attack. But yeah, I didn't feel like that was what they had in hand based on how they'd been playing it and the Forge and etc. So yeah, I opted just to blank removal there, and we do have the Duelist on blocks, so if they don't have specifically Demonic Ruckus for the Slick Shot, oh, sorry, they couldn't actually play all that with 4 lands. So anyway, yeah, we do that, and the opponent throws in the towel because they're unable to effectively clock us, and yeah, we get there. Good games to the opponent. Thank you for watching the video, and an extra big thank you to the Patreon patrons and YouTube members that help make these videos possible. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.